Hey everyone, Sam Quinton with Snopa Publishing right here in Frankfort, Kentucky. So it's Sunday night, soon to be Monday morning, and I think I'm done for the weekend as far as stuff I'm going to get to. Um, some things on my to-do list during lunch tomorrow and after my day job tomorrow. I have a couple of contracts to finish drafting and get to a couple of artists. So Damien, Nick, I haven't forgot you, man. We'll get you there. And then I've got to have a meeting with Nick Capone on cover art for Reign of Ages. It's gonna be an important one. So looking forward to that. But something I wanted to share with you guys. So my youngest was invited to a birthday party this weekend. One of her school friends, and she was really excited because all throughout the COVID period, and even now a bit after COVID, at least in this area anyway, a lot of parents are really leery about throwing parties and having a lot of other children around. In fact, the mother of the child who was having the birthday party said the last 3 years no one had shown up for her child's birthday, and I can understand that. I mean, I've heard the same from other parents. Um, but when my daughter came home with the invitation, she was really excited, and we called and RSVP'd to the parent, and she was very excited to see that people were coming, and a lot of children actually showed up for this one, so she was just blown away. But I had asked her, I said, "Well, what type of gift items would your little one, like, right?" And so she had said that, well, she really likes art, so if it's art supplies or posters or stuff like that, that would be great. And so Willow, my youngest, she went through and she picked out from our child safe selection for our art prints, and basically picked almost all of them. And so we packaged it up and we got this little girl a collection of child safe art prints. So fantasy pictures of fairies and unicorns, stuff that we've produced, right? Um, And so the party goes on, and all the kids are having a blast. I'm the only dad who's at this event, so I kind of felt like I stuck out a little bit. Um, but single dad issues, right? Um, but I love it. I love the look on my daughter's face when she's getting to play with her friends and hang out and have fun. And the lady who threw the birthday party for her daughter did a really good job. So shout out to you. You did a fantastic job. Um, but they got to the gift section, and the little girl's going through her presents and getting stuff, and like people have gotten her like different types of candy, and a couple of her close friends that like Willow had gotten her like markers and coloring books and stuff like that. So she was just having a blast. And then she got into the gift from Willow, and she was just stunned, just absolutely blown away, just turning over these pieces, from Kelsey Cohen Hardigan and from Nick Capone, pieces from Alexia Veldhausen and Paul Walcott, um, and of course some really beautiful work from Sandra Cole. And it was so neat to see just the joy on her face and the excitement in her friends, and just to see that even if it's just for a moment, um, all the work, all the crowdfunding, all the social media promotion, all the late nights, all the drafting contracts for commissioning artists, all the late nights doing fulfillment and shipping orders to different shops, you know, and well, my daughter, gets to experience this and smile all the time, and my son enjoys it. And, there's always something reaffirming, I guess is a good way to put it, when you see that the work you're doing really does bring a smile to the face of a child or to, your grown fans or whomever. That moment when you bring a spark of joy to another human being with what you do. And I'm not trying to take the credit for the art because it firmly lies with the artists. But I've got to say, Alexia Veldhausen, Paul Walcott, Kelsey Cohen Hardigan, Sandra Cole, Nick Capone, you brought smiles to the faces of a lot of children this weekend. I mean, we've got a lot of these images that we donated, art prints and posters and stuff, to the local schools and daycares and stuff like that, and everyone's real excited about it. But right now, in one little girl's room in Frankfort, Kentucky, her and her mom are, figuring out where they're going to hang and stick up your art. And so all of you who are seeing this, who have contributed to the crowdfunding campaigns, who have spread the links around, who have retweeted and commented on the Instagram photos and shared the YouTube videos and shared the Facebook posts and all that, every little bit that you've helped, just know that you helped bring a smile to the face of that little girl. And I think that's important for any creator, any artist, any writer, and any businessman, really, to know that the efforts you make are having a positive impact, right? And I know some people are going to, think, well, this is overblown. It's just one kid. What does that mean? It's never just one kid, okay? That's a life that you manage to bring a little bit of extra joy to. And I think that's important. This weekend tired me out a lot. There's a lot of things I had to do, a lot of things I still have to do that I didn't quite get to. But little moments like that just brighten up my soul. And then today, after my daughter and I went to lunch with my oldest dearest one of my oldest dearest friends. He's like a brother to me in a lot of ways, even though we give each other shit all the time. We went to have some lunch, and then I took my daughter to the park, and she just had a blast playing with the kids. And something else about that, but I'll put that in another video. Maybe I might keep that to myself. But went to grab some groceries on the way. There's a point. I'm getting there. And the guy who was checking me out of the checkout line had noticed the 47 Furious Tales shirt. This one's a little faded. He's like, I know that image. He's like, that's the comic book. The comic book guy here in Frankfurt does this. I said, yeah, man, that's me. I'm the guy who writes it and owns the company and makes the books and everything. And apparently he had missed a local signing event we did. I said, well, don't worry, man. We'll schedule another one. It's no big deal. Just show up to the next one. Bring your books. I'll sign any of them. It's no big deal. We'll get you taken care of. And my daughter thought that was just awesome. And as a father, whenever your child is just like proud of you, damn, that's hard to beat. That's really hard to beat. So world that's going a little crazy, where people are arguing and yelling and screaming at each other, and outrage is the norm, and no one seems to want to get along. For a couple of days, I had peace, and I got to share in the joy of other people. And I have to tell you, it does a lot for me. I'm looking forward to everything that we're making. I'm looking forward to 47 Furious Tales issue 4, Reign of Ages issue 4, Brian Lee as he works diligently to put together Necroholic issue 4, Tibby issue 2, everything. All the RPG stuff that I've got in my stack to work on. I gotta get to that. I tell you, don't want it to get too stale. I guess it's important to remember why you do things. Not just your own personal goals, but the why the product exists. You know, why people pick up your stuff. So, for all of you who've been so supportive, all of you who are still watching this, thank you so much. And I hope that all of us making games and role-playing games and card games and comics can find a moment in the coming days where we just get to appreciate that we helped to bring a little bit of joy to the world. No matter how small or how few people, whether it's a million people reading your webtoon or 1,000 people reading your comic or 10,000 or whatever, or if it's one little girl who just lit up when she saw something beautiful that she can hang in her room and help brighten her environment and just enjoy. And I think that's pretty cool. Alright, well, enough of the sappy stuff for now, I guess. I'm going to post this everywhere because of course I am, right? But not just for like the, hey, look at this kind of thing, but just to share with you guys. One of the things that helps motivate me, and it does help motivate me. And I want to thank all of you guys who've been, watching, who've been listening, who've been commenting. There's only a handful of you guys who comment below, and I appreciate every one of you. And whether it's 5 people watching on YouTube, or 40 watching on YouTube, or 10 people on, Twitter, or 3 people on Instagram, or my mom on Facebook, or whatever, I appreciate y'all. So, until next time, Sam Quentin from Sinopa Publishing, right here in Frankfort, Kentucky. Thank you very much.